Did you know that Indiana ranks number 25 in having the best job market in the nation? And there has been a 5% increase in job openings in the past year. Here to break down this new study and share more is Peak Sales Recruiting CEO Kyle Fletcher. Hi, Kyle.
Hi, Jessica. How are you today?
Welcome. Doing well,
Thanks
thank
for having me.
you. Yes, so this new study that came out is quite interesting, and it kind of allows for us to have optimism in the job market. So kind of break down some of the key points in this study.
Yeah, as you mentioned, for the first time in a long time, there's cautious optimism in the U.S. economy, and it's being fueled by a strong job market. So in May, 339,000 jobs were added, which is nearly double the projections. And while that cooled to 209,000 jobs in June, many experts suggest that we're kind of heading in a soft landing for the economy instead of a recession. So as leaders in the B2B sales recruitment space across the US, we knew that conditions can differ state to state and wanted to give a deep dive into each of the individual job markets.
Okay, well, that is good. We want to go in that direction and not the recession. And so Indiana in particular has seen a big job growth when it comes to opportunities and also openings. So can you kind of break down those stats for us?
Sure. Yeah. So we analyzed the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics data from 2021 to 2023 across a multitude of different metrics. We looked at employment rates, quit rates, wages, layoffs, and a ton more. So if you're extremely analytical and interested in this stuff, I strongly encourage everyone to go to peaksalesrecruiting.com and read the full study. But as it pertains to Indiana, for example, as you mentioned, showed 2.6% growth in employment from May 2022 to May 2023, a 5% increase in job openings, and a 2.7% quit rate increase. So contrary to popular belief, you'd think that people are quitting their jobs. That's might be a decline in the economy, but that's really not the case, because typically people aren't quitting their jobs to be unemployed. What they're doing is looking for a better opportunity that fits their needs or is a better situation in terms of financial or whatever their gains are. So quit rates are a good thing.
Right. Yes, and that's true. It's like when people find a new opportunity that better suits them, it opens up their previous opportunity for someone to come in. And so it is just a flowing circle. And I know that as companies discover positions or needs, they're able to create them. So that really is the job growth portion of the stat, as opposed to job openings, right? The job growth is literally new creation, while the job openings are existing positions. Is that correct?
Exactly. And I think what's important about the piece, for your audience is given how much has changed, especially since the pandemic in the workplace in recent years, it really shows business owners in Indiana how they can recruit and retain best talent. And on the flip side, how job seekers can find their dream job.
Yes. Okay. That's great. And with Indiana sitting at 25, that's a bit above average, which is great. And I know that you also include in your study the best and the worst job markets. And it seems that the South is really getting an increase in job boost, but the West Coast is at the bottom of the list. California is the worst job market right now. Is that correct?
It is. And it's interesting, right? And the way that things have shifted over the years. It had been such a strong labor market for quite some time. And when the pandemic hit, I think that shifted a number of things for employees. Those are obviously expensive job markets. And if you've got the skill set and can demand the wages for those, and you can live in climates that are, more affordable in terms of the cost of living, I think that's why you see such a rise in the Southeast. So because there's such strong employment growth and job openings and quits, it means that job seekers have, pick of the litter, so to speak.
Right. So Kyle, share with me, so as we
Yeah.
learn this information and see these numbers, especially for Indiana, how does it impact someone's lives directly? How can they tangibly use this information to make informed decisions?
Yeah, great question. Understanding the state of the job market and the labor market is essential for all parties involved, whether you're a job seeker, an employer, or a policymaker, as it impacts directly employment rates, wages, and the overall economic growth in particular regions. So it's vital for making informed decisions about where to live and where to work. And I think there are a number of key takeaways. So if you're an employer, you want to make sure that you're embracing remote work and flexibility. There's been a rise of hybrid models offering a ton of working arrangements that's highly valued by employees. You want to prioritize diversity and inclusion. You want to make sure that you're offering competitive compensation and benefits, and again, focusing on the employee growth and development.
Okay.
If you're a individual that's seeking a job, you want to make sure on the flip side that you're embracing the remote and hybrid work, looking at networking strategically and customizing your application to ensure that you're a good fit for what you're looking for. And then leveraging services and online job search tools and networking with recruiters at Peak Sales Recruiting that can help you find your dream job.
Okay, that's wonderful. Thank you so much, Kyle, for breaking that down. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. And if you would like more information about Peak Sales Recruiting, we'll have their website listed below, and I'll see you after the break.